So this is my Commodore 64. I guess more accurately, it's a C64C, which was a sort of cost-reduced later model of the Commodore 64. It had some changes in chips, even though it had an extended case and was designed to look more like, I guess like an Amiga kind of case. It had the same logic board footprint, so it fits in a bread bin case. And eventually I ended up breaking the key on my C64C when I got it, so since I didn't want to repair the keyboard, I had a bread bin C64 that didn't work. I donated the logic board to a friend and kept the case and used the case as a host for my C64C logic board, and now it lives in here. And that was all great until a couple years ago when I broke the left arrow key here. So, with no more Commodore 64s to transplant the logic board into, I was forced to actually fix the keyboard. So that's what I did. The problem though is that the Breadman C64, at least this model with this key color combination, uses this strange kind of key stand. The top is this really simple cross-shaped extrusion that fits into the back of the keycap. But the conductive pad is attached to a strip of flexible membrane held in tension across this gap on the keystand. I think this method was designed to reduce stress on the membrane and the PCB. And to its credit, it worked just fine until the key snapped because I moved it. If you sideload any of these keys, they'll just snap off right at the base. So I decided I would try and fix it, and one thing I wanted to do was 3D print the key stand. At first I didn't have a 3D printer, so I was forced to use my friend's. But eventually I got my own 3D printer, and that's what I'm rocking now. And I used it to print out some design tests of the key stand. You can see these are all different design iterations, and really the only thing that needed revising was this cross-shaped extrusion, because the tolerance to fit in the back of the key stand is very, very tiny. And you know, if I was even off by 0.1 millimeter, it didn't work, so. And with the main piece out of the way, I had to turn my attention towards the conductive pad. You can get these Nintendo Entertainment System controller parts, but any kind of conductive pad will do. I had some other toys that I was thinking about, you know, just salvaging them from, but in the end I just used this because it's what I had, and it turned out to be a perfect fit. I tried to clean up as much of the membrane as I could and just get it nice and flat against the bottom of this pad. Once the glue was set, it was time to test, and the keys seemed to feel totally fine. Feels totally fine compared to the other keys. You really can't tell except for maybe a clickier sound, but when you press on it on screen, it works just fine. I worry there may be a little bit of sidewall hang up because of the striations on the print. Like, these are nice and smooth. This one, if you press it off center, kind of gets a little bit hung up. Just a tiny bit, but it's not a problem. I can always print another one. So yeah, now it's back up and running. I have my Commodore 64 back again. I'm pretty happy. What am I going to do with it? Well, I have this SD to IEC device that lets me use SD cards to load disk images, and I'm sampling the catalog of classics I never got to enjoy as a kid, because as much as I love the Commodore 64, I never had one as a kid, and I rarely ever saw them. I was just a little too late for the BASIC and ROM era, and so I find them really fascinating, and I really do enjoy playing around with them. So yeah, that's how I fixed this key, and if you're looking to do the same thing, I'll include links to the STL and any photos I guess I have. I'm not sure how else I could be of any help if you want to do this yourself. It definitely works, and it saved me having to buy the part off eBay, although I probably spent more money in PLA than it would have cost to get the part. Not in shipping though. In shipping it probably would have been 20 bucks no matter what I found. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed that. That's all I got for now though. So long.